Hello and welcome back. This episode I call Coming Home. And so I'll start by saying when you embed the 10 disciplines in your life, and you live by those three discoveries, you are going to get pinged and called on a journey. And we will seek to find something only to learn that it was right there under our feet the whole time. There are many versions of what I'm about to describe to you, but the hero's journey summarizes it best if you want to search that and research that a little bit. But hopefully it'll be clear enough in this episode that there's nothing you need to do but sit back, listen, and feel it. And so the hero's journey always starts with you leaving home on a quest, not physically, on a quest to find something, to solve something, to conquer something, slay a dragon. And then again, the spoiler alert is you ultimately return home, return to yourself, and realize that it was always there. Now, as I go into this point I'm wanting to make, I want to start with a really important basic foundation, and that is that you and I are bright balls of light. We are pure peace. We are perfect. Our true selves are perfect. And then there's just a lot of distortion that takes us away from that bright ball of light that we are. This all stems from an awareness, an aha, a moment of everything kind of making sense and clicking, and it all just happened in the last 2 months. And so what I realize as I look back is I have been on these three heroes' journeys all kind of coming together at one moment. There's a 27-year hero's journey that I realized when I got pinged at 30, it all started, this thing I started to seek. I then have been on this 5-year hero's journey inside of that with some things that are a little more specific. And then I've been on like a 30-day hero's journey where I've kind of done this deep dive. Nonetheless, all three kind of culminating up at the same point, bringing me back home, as this episode is all about. With all of that said, here is now my attempt to put it all in a nutshell before I go into all of the tentacles. And that is the aha, the realization is that I set out seeking this thing that I thought I was going to come back different, changed. I felt like there was going to be this massive change where I would come back and be this completely different person, only to realize that I'm the same person, but the foundation, what is underneath it all, has completely changed. And so I'm the same guy, same talents, same gift, same bright ball of light. What's different is there is no longer this foundation. When I look back from age 15 to 50, there's no longer this foundation that I sit upon, for lack of a better term, this foundation of angst and pain and anxiety and fear. That foundation has shifted now toward more of a foundation of love and peace and joy and light. It's just the foundation changed. I didn't have to change. There's this saying that came to me in a meditation. It said, just let go. You already know. And so I don't know if that means something to you, but man, it finally makes sense to me. Same everything on the surface in terms of the abilities, the skills, the gifts, the purpose, but it's the foundation that changed. Oh, I hope that makes sense. Now going a little deeper. What's different about this change is not only do I feel the difference finally, but the people in my life notice a difference. They describe me as more calm, patient, loving, open, freer, happier, more present. I receive love now, more inspiring, less judgmental. So, while I'm feeling it, for others to observe it, it's, if nothing else, validates that this thing I'm feeling is real. Now, going a little deeper. One of the things that we've taught you in the book Shine and through these episodes are the 3 discoveries to free your true self. And in discovery number 2, all decisions are made out of love or fear. And then the 4 levels into that discovery are a version of the hero's journey, are a version of this journey I'm telling you about. So now I'm going to pull together some teaching from Shine and what we've been sharing with you throughout these podcast episodes to hopefully really make this point. And so as we've taught you, the 3 discoveries for freeing your true self, in discovery number 2, which is all decisions are made out of love or fear, what we're teaching you in that discovery are the 4 levels of freeing your true self. And it starts with understanding that your true self is in there, trapped behind a cocoon that is your ego that's just protecting you from the world. And it's understanding at level 1 that your true self is in there. Just know that it's in there being protected by your ego. Its intentions are good. Then we go to level 2, and that's understand that you're pure energy, and just understand that you're vibrating very high or you're not vibrating so high, which takes us to number 3, and that is if you're vibrating low, you just have blocked energy. There are blocks. There's something that happened that your ego's hanging on to. Great quote by Sid Banks, that the pain is simply an illusion carried through time. And so there's this thing you're hanging on from the past that you've carried your whole life that's causing you pain and angst and suffering and fear that can be shed. You can remove that, which is where we then go to that 4th level and just simply create awareness. And so it's that awareness level is where the hero's journey starts. It's where the journey that we're talking about starts, where you have this awareness that says, wow, something isn't feeling right in here. There's something going on. There's a sensation, an emotion. There's some angst going on below the surface. And so then you go on this journey to figure out how to solve that angst. And then you do the work to remove that block. You then vibrate higher. You free up some of the cocoon and ultimately free your true self. Well, that process is that process of clearing that foundation if, in fact, you're sitting on a foundation of fear and angst and all of these things that we've been talking about. Now, staying with the 3 discoveries for freeing your true self, I'm going to take you now to discovery number 3, which is it is possible to be driven and have peace. This is exactly what we're talking about. It's possible to be this beautiful, bright ball of light that is you, perfect, your true self, i.e., it's possible to be driven and have peace while having that sit on a foundation of peace and love and light. And then the 3rd teaching inside of that discovery is the true self model, is that infinity model where on the left side, it's showing impact. On the right side, it's showing peace, and those 2 things flowing together. So again, just another way of looking at it. But again, it's you providing your gift to the world, making that impact while experiencing peace, while being on a foundation of peace. Oh, so I hope that all made sense. Because the reality of all these different ways I'm trying to say it to you, it's all the same thing. And the other reality is words cannot describe this thing that I'm trying to describe to you. It's a feeling. It's a knowing. It's an embodiment for you to just simply understand and for all of us to understand. If there's a foundation of angst, fear, pain that we're trying to move forward on, you're just simply not fully freeing your true self and letting your freak flag fly in the world. And I share this because I hope that if you can embody this and see past the words and really know this in your being, I think it actually speeds up the process. If you can see this thing and you can see your pain and you can see that foundation, I think you can shed it instantly. Unfortunately, I couldn't, but I think many will. With all that said, I want to share one other thing with you. Something came to me about a month ago, and it's something I'm considering doing called a day of healing. I don't even know exactly what it is, but I want to extend this to you if that pings you in any way. And if you are a driven entrepreneur who has read Shine and it has had an impact on you, and you are ready to go deeper, please send us an email at info@the10disciplines.com and just simply say, yes, I'm interested, and yes, I meet all 3 criteria. I cannot promise you that this will happen. I'm just testing the level of interest out there and checking my gut and soul for when I'm ready to do this. But I just see it as locking about 25 driven entrepreneurs in a room for a day and going deep. And hopefully that was helpful. It made an impact. And that was coming home.
Thank you for listening in today. We truly appreciate you taking the time to spend with us, and please tune in for the next episode. Until then, if you'd like to see where you are on your true self journey, go to shedandshinepodcast.com to take the true self assessment and receive personalized guidance. If you're all ready to begin your inner world journey with Rob and myself, please join us for the next round of the 10 Disciplines group coaching program. We wish you all the best in freeing your true self. Stay focused, and much love.